iPhone 6s in front of me. Both of them are the white gold edition, and we're going to unbox them today. So these aren't the 6 Plus, this is just the normal 6. And this top one here is a very special one. This is going to be given to one of you guys, one of my lucky subscribers. This is the giveaway model. As you can see, the 16 gigabytes there, and it is absolutely fabulous. So I'm not going to unbox this one in this episode. I'm going to unbox this one, which is going to be my personal one for now. I think I'm going to upgrade to the 6 Plus when I can get my hands on it, but I wanted to try this one out first. So I'm going to run over very brief specifications, and I'm going to unbox it with my trusty pink awesome knife. So let's just get this cut open to start off with, which I cannot do. There we go. We can cut open here a little bit better. Alright, so if you know about the new iPhone 6, it is new. Obviously, I bought myself the 64 gigabytes because they now have either 16 gigabytes, 64, or 128. And personally, I think this is the right amount for me. So let's slide this off. The classic slow iPhone slide is initiating. Maybe very, very slow this year. Boom, there we go. And that is it. So that is the standard iPhone 6. It's an absolutely amazing display. I'll give you some specs in a minute, but just from its official awe, to pick it up for the first time is pretty special. As you can see, it looks really nice. The gold now covers the whole of the back. Obviously, it's got a little cover on it at the moment, so you probably can't see the color truly, but we'll go through that in a minute. Let's put that aside and get through the boring stuff that's rest in the box. We've got some headphones, We've got a lightning adapter, and we've got an AC plug. Woo! That's what we wanted. And I'm sure in here we have the compulsory iPhone stickers. So this is what we're here for. This is the big baby. Now I'm going to compare this for you really quickly to this. This is my Note 3. So that is the difference in size with this one. As you can see, the Note 3 has got a bigger display. I'm trying to match the displays up. But it's not a massive difference anymore. It's a lot wider, but this is nice. It's like nicer because I can get my finger all the way across, whereas this is kind of hard, but we're not doing a comparison. I just wanted to give you a very brief overview of what it looks like. So let's turn it on for the first time and see what happens. Oh, there's just something amazing about turning on an Apple device for the first time. So I'm going to run through some really quick specs. This is 5.4 by 2.6 inches across, and it is only 0.27 inches deep, which is really super thin. Obviously, it's got its fingerprint sensor. It weighs roughly 4.55 ounces. It's got an LED backlit display. It's 750 by 1334 pixels, I believe, and it is 4.7 across. And it's given me hola, hello. I'm English. No SIM card, I know. I'm English. I just wanted to show you what the screen looks like. As you can see, it looks pretty fabulous, and this is definitely going to be amazing for gaming, for movies. So I'm going to unwrap this. Oh, it's so satisfying. And there we have it. And I'm going to do a little close-up of this for you, just so you can get like a really good view of what it looks like up front. So you have the fingerprint sensor down here at the bottom with a lovely like gold ring around it. Then you have kind of a curved edge. So the edge is nicely curved. It's not too curvy. It actually fits in your hand all right. I heard some people say, oh, it's too thin. But personally, I don't seem to be having a problem with it. At the bottom, you've got your headphone jack, lightning port, and speaker. It's a shame it's still not front-facing speakers, but what are you going to do? And then on the back here, it's got the really nice gold color. And instead of having these two bits, which were last time, which were just white, they have now put the gold on there as well. So it looks pretty cool, I think, in gold. It's not a complete gold color, as you can probably tell. It's kind of a silvery gold. It's like a metallic gold. And at the top, we've also got the camera, which actually protrudes a little bit away from the body, if you can see there. See if I can get that in focus. Focus. No, I don't want to focus. You can see that that's actually protruding a really tiny bit out of the body, which may cause for a little bit of off-play when you put it down, but not too bad at all. Anyway, guys, that is a really quick unboxing and overview of the iPhone 6. This is the 64 model, 64 gigabytes in gold. Again, I have got this one to give away, so check out my channel for more information. This is another iPhone, but this one's a 16 gigabytes, and this is all thanks to my sponsors, Free My Apps. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you hit a thumbs up for the new iPhone 6. I'll make sure to do an iPhone 6 Plus one when I get it. But until the next episode, guys, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.
Hello everyone, it's Marco from PhoneDog.com, and it's the iPhone 6 versus the iPhone 5S. We're going to put these two head-to-head into comparison and see whether the iPhone 6 is worth the upgrade for anyone who's on the fence. So without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Alright, so chances are you own the iPhone 5 or 5S and you've been contemplating whether or not to drop your cash on a brand new iPhone 6. Well, if you're still on the fence, let's first take a look at one of the main reasons you might want to buy it, the size bump. As all of you know, the iPhone has been stubbornly on the smaller side of the mobile world for almost all of its life. Only being at 3.5 inches and 4 inches in the past 7 years of its life, it's only now 8 years after the original introduction of the iPhone when Apple has pushed the display to 4.7 inches on the iPhone 6 and a whopping 5.5 inches on the 6 Plus. Comparing the front of the iPhone 5S and the 6 doesn't seem too bad, but it makes a huge difference when you turn that display on. While it may have the same pixels per inch, everything just seems a little nicer on the larger display. Plus, you can display more content, have more room to type, and that 4.7 inch size of an iPhone feels just great in the hand, and it's almost a sweet spot for phones these days. On the iPhone 5S, things are pretty small on its 4 inch display, but it definitely was a one-handed iPhone, and the 6 still is for some people. Design-wise, the iPhone 6 and 5S look like two completely different products. Alright, so they are both black slabs, and there's only so much you can do with that, but the differences between the squared off edges of the iPhone 5S and the rounded aluminum edges on the iPhone 6 make radical differences. Gone are the chamfered edges and the hybrid mix of glass and aluminum of the iPhone 6, and come in the brand new aluminum and glass with just a tiny bit of plastic for the antenna bands. Even the buttons have been changed dramatically, made longer, thinner, and more clicky. The movement of the lock switch is a little strange since I've tried to tap the right hand corner of the iPhone 6 a few times yesterday, but the placement is much more comfortable for anyone with a smaller set of hands, and people will be thankful for that. Now let's get into the specs. The iPhone 5S comes in at 4.87 inches tall, 2.31 inches wide, and 7.6 millimeters thick. It only weighs 3.95 ounces and is equipped with a 1,560 mAh battery. The iPhone 6 comes in at 5.44 inches tall, 2.64 inches wide, and 6.9 millimeters thick. It weighs slightly more at 4.55 ounces and is equipped with a slightly larger battery, somewhere in the 1800 mAh range. Processor-wise, the 5S comes with a dual-core A7 processor clocked in at 1.3 GHz with 1 GB of RAM, while the new iPhone 6 comes with a dual-core A8 processor clocked in at 1.4 GHz with the same amount of RAM. Plus, NFC is now available on the iPhone 6. Now, reports claim that the NFC will only work with Apple Pay and nothing else, and so far that's been the case. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into the displays of both of these devices. The iPhone 5S has a 4-inch Retina display with 1136 by 640 pixel resolution. The iPhone 6 has a 4.7-inch Retina display with 1334 by 750 pixel resolution. Both of these achieve the same exact pixels per inch at 326. The display on the iPhone 6 feels much more dialed in. The colors are more vibrant, the colors are more accurate, blacks are nice and dark and deep, while whites look almost pure white. Compared to the iPhone 5S, the 6 has the better setup display. Now it's on to the camera. The iPhone 5S came equipped with an 8 megapixel camera rated at f2.2. It was a 5-element lens setup that had features like slow motion video, 1080p video, time-lapse, plus it had this true tone flash that mixed the colors of the flashes to achieve the best flash photo. The 6 also has an 8 megapixel camera with the same aperture rating. The big difference here is the addition of focus pixels built right into the sensor, similar to the same technology found on the Canon 70D. It too will shoot slow motion video, but now up to 240 frames per second, and 1080p video, but now up to 60 frames per second. It also has the same true tone color flash setup, but man, is that cheap looking on the iPhone 6. So apart from those changes, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5S share a lot of the same features. The iPhone 6 just does it in a tiny bit better way. For example, the 5S and the 6 all have a motion coprocessor, but the 6 has an additional barometer sensor which measures things like altitude gained. But that's the big differences between the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 6. If you ask me, the design, the size, and the display are all enough for me to upgrade. Now, it may be a bigger iPhone, but I'm completely okay with that. It's the bigger iPhone I've wanted, and I finally have it. So that's been a brief comparison between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5S. Make sure to leave your comments below. If you have any questions, send them my way on Twitter. I'm at phonedog_Marco. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more content. And as always, my name is Marco Hanna from phonedog.com, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.